like where we are now are under a concerted attack from the Greens. Does that concern you? And also, Adam Bandt is speaking at press club today, essentially issuing a ransom note of sorts, saying that he wants to do a deal with you on negative gearing and rental caps. Is that something you would consider in minority government?
Well, Adam Bandt's trying to make himself relevant, and I don't blame him for that. That's up to him. All these minor parties will try to do that. I'm a member of a party of government, and I sit with this fine friend of mine here in a cabinet room that makes decisions. We will, I expect, to be re-elected as a member for Grantley. I'm not taking that for granted. I was in Grantley yesterday with all of you. The member for Sydney, I'm here in Sydney today. She does a fantastic work as the local member. There's nothing new about the Greens talking themselves up, because sometimes the media follow that up for whatever reason. It makes things a bit more interesting. But the truth is that our objective is to hold on to the 78 seats that we currently hold and build on it.
Or is that a concerning sign?
Look, households, of course, the Reserve Bank is independent and they make decisions on interest rates. What we do is make decisions that bring inflation down. Inflation is down to the lower half of the Reserve Bank band at 2.4%. Now, the markets have an expectation that there will be another rate cut just after the election and more rate cuts this year. But that will be a decision for the Reserve Bank. But I make this point, and I noticed Warwick McKibben said something similar to what I said yesterday in today's Financial Review, to give a free plug if there's any Fin Review journos here. The sanctions or the tariffs that Donald Trump has put in represent an impact on the world because the US is the world's largest economy. But 80% of world trade does not involve the United States. There are enormous opportunities for Australia to take advantage of where we are in the world, in ASEAN, building on the work that we've done, building up trade relationships through Nicholas Moore's report about Southeast Asia, building our relationship with India, continuing to build on our economic relationship with China, a relationship that we have repaired since we've been in government. Latika.
Overnight, President Trump said he's spoken with the leaders or acting leaders of South Korea and North Japan, and they are sending top teams, to use his words, to the United States to negotiate on tariffs, suggesting that the United States is potentially open to the deal. So I have two questions. When is our top team going? When are you dispatching them and leading that team? And exactly has spoken to President Trump since Liberation Day on behalf of Australia?
We have continued to make representations through the US administration. One of the ways that you deal with diplomacy isn't to do it with a loud hailer, to engage.
It looks like we're asleep at the wheel because you can't say who's talking to who. It looks like we've not had contact with the President.
We have had direct contact with the United States administration and will continue to do so. We are obviously in caretaker mode at the moment, but we will continue to engage as we are through our officials. Jim Chalmers travelled directly to the United States, met with the US Treasury Secretary. There have been documentations going between our two countries, as I have said before, and we will continue. We will continue to make representations to the US administration.